The History of Anne Frank, told by Elena Hartnett. Anne Frank was born Annelies Marie Frank on June 12, 1929, in Frankfurt, Germany. She was born to Otto and Edith Frank and had an older sister named Margot. She lived most of her life in or near Amsterdam. On March 13, 1933, the Nazi Party gained power in Germany. The Franks began to fear what would happen to them. So in late 1933, Edith and the children moved to Aachen to live with Edith's mother. Otto Frank began working in Amsterdam. Finally, in February 1934, Edith and the children joined Otto in Amsterdam. In 1938, Otto Frank started the company Pecticon, where he met Herman van Pels. By 1940, Germany had invaded the Netherlands, and in April 1941, Otto Frank began transferring his shares of Pecticon out of his name to Johannes Kleiman and resigned as director. Otto was trying to prevent Pecticon from being confiscated as a Jewish-owned business. Johannes Kleiman is shown here, along with Victor Kugler, Miep Gijs, and Bep Vascajo, who later helped the Frank family go into hiding. It was June 12, 1942, and Anne's last birthday before going into hiding from the Nazi Party. Anne had received a diary she had been wanting. It was her favorite gift she had received that year, and began writing in it immediately. Shortly after Anne's birthday, in July of 1942, Anne's older sister Margot was called up to report to a work camp. The family began planning and went into hiding in the secret annex. This next video clip tells us about the secret annex.
Anne finally learns where they are headed. Their hiding place will be in the building where Mr. Frank had his office. Two men who still work there, Mr. Crawler and Mr. Kopaj, will be helping the Franks and Van Dans. Miep and Ellie, secretaries for the firm, are also in on the secret. The families are very thankful for their brave Dutch friends, whom Anne calls their helpers. Hiding Jews is a serious crime in occupied Holland. If the helpers are caught, they can be sent to prison or even killed. The old building is tall and very narrow. It contains many rooms that are connected by steep stairways. Such an ideal hiding place, Anne tells Kitty. On the ground floor, there is a large warehouse. The next floor has several offices where the helpers work during the day. On the second floor landing, there is a door that leads to 5 small rooms hidden in the back of the house. Anne is delighted. No one would ever guess that there would be so many rooms behind that plain gray door, she writes. Anne calls their hiding place the secret annex. The helpers build a swinging bookcase to conceal the door.
On the morning of Monday, July 6, 1942, the Frank family went into hiding. Shortly thereafter, on July 13, 1942, they were joined by the Van Pel family. In November of 1942, the Frank and Van Pel family were joined by the 7th member of the secret annex, Fritz Pfeiffer, who Anne shared a bedroom with. Tragically, on August 4, 1944, the German security police found the Frank family and all the others inside the secret annex. They were sent to Westbrook concentration camp. Victor Kugler and Johannes were arrested and jailed. Thankfully, Miette and Bep were not arrested and were able to return and find Anne's diary in the secret annex. On September 3, 1942, the Frank family was sent to Auschwitz concentration camp. Anne and thousands of other Jews endured torturous conditions while in Auschwitz and the other concentration camps. Out of the 7 members who lived in the secret annex, Otto was the only one to survive. Anne fell ill and died shortly after Margot in 1945. Otto was able to return to Amsterdam, where he reunited with Miep Gijs and received Anne's diary. Her diary was first published in Germany and France, but is now known worldwide. Today you can visit the Anne Frank Museum that is attracted by thousands of visitors each year, that honors Anne and other Jews for their strength and bravery during this horrible time in history.